This is Nigeria Info. This is Nigeria Info. Trade by barter. Trade by barter. Is that the new monetary level, should I say, the public monetary policy now? Not to prove about the government, but a situation Nigerians find themselves. Many of you would come into this week realizing that some people are not accepting the old Naira notes, while some have chosen to accept only the new Naira notes. POS charges, it's astronomical in terms of how much the charges are. Imagine paying 1,000 Naira to get a 5,000 Naira cash transfer. And the filling stations, as we know them, they have also changed their tactics this week. Many people have bought fuel, and with the hope that the change that comes of it, they'll be able to use themselves. But have we come down to a situation of trade by barter? And if you're trading, what would that sound like? What are you in such desperate need for to consider almost anything to get it done? It's a sad story we start off today with. Many of you have followed through with the story of the woman who we believe died because of the absence of the new Naira notes, okay? She needed to pay bills. Network was selectively unavailable for her. And this story is just essentially very sad. There's no way to go around it. And you find many of these dramatic moments taking on. And it's also true that we cannot document much of the problems that is building up. And I did mention earlier as well, 3 states in Nigeria appear who are positioned closely around the borders of Nigeria and more, using the currency of another country within the boundaries of this country, even though the CFA is weaker, but it's doing the job in the meantime. Pending the time Nigeria sorts itself out, the emotions that we're going through day by day. Now, the CBN has extended the deadline to next week, February 17. But that's next week, should be next week Friday. And the Supreme Court is due to put up a verdict around this, maybe a verdict or the extension come February 15 when they will rule on this. Remember, the federal government challenged this in court, saying much of the people who brought on the case did not have a basis for their challenge, except for the fact that they were basing it on public sentiment and opinion. It's your sentiment towards the trade by barter situation at this point in time. How low can we get? How low are we getting? How bad are things really turning out to be with this Naira situation? The stories go on and on and on. In the middle of all of this, the campaign have gone on. The Labour Party were in Lake State yesterday, where Peter Obi walked through the crowd extensively, even though there was also an incident where we saw a bus that had Labour Party supporters attacked by hoodlums believed to be a member of an opposition party in Lagos State. But it still didn't stop the cheer, the support, and the free ease and movement and even that Peter Obi enjoyed in Lagos State. The likes of Bola Ahmed Tinubu was also in Kebbi State to put up his own campaign to get on voters to support him. Atiku Abubakar was also out there to put up his own campaign likewise. Let's just take a few of those moments before we go back to the center of this conversation. Atiku Abubakar was in Benue State. He was speaking about, if you're voting PDP, raise your hands. Do you really want to find out what the people did? Okay, let me just play a little bit of the call and response that followed from there.
This is more Crossfire.
Benue youth, Benue women, Benue men, I can't get yours. PDP! PDP! Power to the people! God bless you all. God bless you. Now listen to me very carefully. First of all, on behalf of myself, the People's Democratic Party, we want to extend our condolences and sympathies to the families and loved ones who have lost their lives in the last 7 to 8 years in Benue State. Secondly, Ezekemule Uti. I am the umbrella of Tiv people all over the world. I promise you, if you elect me as your president, just like I did in 2001, I came to Benue and made the Fulanis to sign a peace accord with their relatives. I will come and make sure peace returns to Benue State. Benue State is the food basket of this country. Today, our farmers in Benue State don't go to farm again because of insecurity. I will make sure security returns to Benue State.
This is Crossfire.
All right, that was Atiku Abubakar. His promises to Benue people. Many of you will remember the run-up to this had very tense moments between him and, of course, the PDP governor in the state, Samuel Otom, who, by the way, feels there was need to challenge the viewpoints of Atiku Abubakar as regards the tension that existed for many years between the farmers and others in Benue State, where he feels strongly that the response and the type of comments made by the presidential candidate is not befitting to end the support of Benue people. But then he has gone on to campaign and speak to them. He ended up that campaign by asking, if you're going to vote for me, raise your hand. As you suspect, there was a mixed sense of reaction from the crowd. Some with a yes, some indicating a yes, some indicating a no. All right, well, that covers that. Now, also of interest is the fact that you would find in the same arena the PDP chairman, as we would have, the PDP national chairman now, explaining that you will regret it if you allow APC to win. That's exactly what he said to the crowd in Benue State. Take a listen to Ayu, the PDP national chairman.
This is Crossfire.
Traditional Council and to the Kupo to talk to the Chidoma and the Doma Traditional Council. Please forgive us for coming this late. Let me thank you for coming out. All of you should come out on the day of election and vote for all our candidates. Vote for President Atiku Abubakar and Vice President Okowa and all of National Assembly candidates on the 25th of this month. All of you know how you have suffered in this country for the last 8 years on APC. Only somebody who has mental problems will vote for APC.
This is Morning Crossfire.
Sadly, a lot of the politicians have not deterred away from the use of language. Anyway, it depends on who is evaluating, but I'm so sure he's not a medical doctor or in a position to evaluate people's mental well-being, in terms of that. And you will be left to wonder over and over again, who gets to solicit votes and challenge the well-being of the people who you're soliciting for at the same time? All right, well, that covers that. And his experience, we'll leave to understand what will follow through from there for him. Now, also of interest, in Lagos State, you had the Peter Obi rally go on. Pretty much of the streets were like this.
This is Morning Crossfire.
Was standing through the convoy, the car that was carrying him, and people cheered on. And Lagos had a moment where a good number of the crowd did come out to indicate their interest and representation and, inclination towards him, if I would say. Some say he's particularly favored, along the lines, considering the fact that Lagos State is a state with quite a mixed population with proper representation of different nations settling into the states there. All right, well, that covers that. Now, also of interest is the fact that the presidential candidate of the APC was speaking to the National Economic NESG. I'm trying to remember the full meaning of the NESG. He had an interview with them. He had his viewpoint as regards what he would do. Take a listen to this quickly.
This is Morning Crossfire.
A path to fortune if electricity is taken care of. and other infrastructural areas. Carrying them along. And the change of mindset, I say, I will repeat that over and over again. Patriotic commitment, the conversion of negativity to a positive drive, and partnership with the private sector to create a job, put incentive there. If you hire 500 new employees, why can't I, as a government, give you some tax incentive?
This is Morning Crossfire.
Candidates of the All Progressive Congress say Ashwaj Bola Ahmed Tinubu making his own assertion as they talk to a group for the economy there. Now, of interest is the fact that Rabi Musa Konkoso of the NNPP has also had his own viewpoint. It says 90% of my supporters are not even on social media. For those who are asking about why the traction around him on social media is not as extensive as the other candidates, well, he's so confident that the trend around him, it's better to see and experience it in real life than to speculate about if they're on social media and if they're writing on social media, that will make a difference for him at the end of the day. But not so, at least not from his own viewpoint. After the break, let's come back and also wade into this issue of trade by barter. Are we there yet? Is that what we're experiencing right now? When you have a situation where the Naira trades within the Naira, not officially, just another black market syndrome building up. I'd like to hear your viewpoints around this. Let's talk after the break. This is Morning Crossfire. Right, you're Nigeria Info.
This is Nigeria Info. This is Nigeria Info. Nigeria Info. This is Nigeria Info. Nigeria Info. This is Nigeria Info. Nigeria Info. This is Nigeria Info.
All the way through. About 90% of our conversation this day and age is all internet. And don't miss out on all the videos we've been streaming and the ones we've put up for you on YouTube channel. It's there for you right now, I assure you. Take your time, go watch your favorite, whether you're watching from the debates. Yes, the listeners' debate was last week. Brilliant conversation, intensive, crowd. It was really like the newspaper standard. It's something I dearly wanted, but it's all good. We enjoyed it all the way through. We've had the chance to watch it over and over again. The lies, the truth, the facts, the moments of curiosity, the moments of stammering, the moments of, all the other things that were involved. If you missed out on it, go back and watch it. It's right there on our YouTube channel. So the YouTube channel is at Nigeria Info FM Abuja. Okay, Nigeria Info Abuja. Beg to say at Nigeria Info Abuja. That's another easy way to say it. It's youtube.com/Nigeria Info Abuja. And if you're searching for it, it's Nigeria Info FM Abuja on the search query bar on YouTube. You'll be able to find us right there and watch the video. Also, those of you who have enjoyed and wondered what happened during the interview with former Commissioner of Information in Lagos State, that's Dele Alake, the full video is also available for you to watch up. There are many moments in that video. We understand that the video ended up trending last week, being shown across social media, shown and shared, even on TV platforms. That was an amazing interview. We appreciate the effort you've all put in supporting us, in resharing and creating moments around it. Come on and check out some more clips, moments that you think is worth to draw attention. There you find it also on the YouTube channel. All right, let's get into it. We've got a few minutes to trade into this. Trade by barter. Is the era coming back? Are we really going to be doing this? Are we going to trade the naira for naira? That's the currency for the currency. One currency should be leaving, the other one should be coming in. But the exit and entry plan is not as smooth as the CBN might have anticipated. The bottlenecks are getting, more clogged by the day. Really clogged. Clogged by human efforts, by saboteurs, I would say. Meanwhile, there's a court involvement, there's a Supreme Court, which is looking into how to unbottle and unravel this moment as well to understand it all. But trade by barter seems to be back in order to get survival going on. I told you about one last week where somebody said, Madam, you have a shop next to me. My house is over there. At the end of the month, I will transfer to you what has accrued in my name as part of the money that I have I've come indebted to you for. Don't worry, madam. Just give me heads up if you need to go to market days before. So if I'm doing transfer of 10,000 naira, by the time I try a few times, it should go through and I'll not pay the debt. There's some local arrangement there. But the naira is trading within the naira. People are becoming people with money, but who can't spend the money. There are all kinds of situations that are playing up and playing out day by day. And you know more about the story, even though someone also suggested to say the old naira has not been accepted by all and sundry is not true. He has consistently been able to use the naira in itself. And I've stayed on this issue of the naira for about a week, from last week till date. There's more room to talk about this. Trade by barter. Are we really going to go that way? Are we there yet? Let's find out from you. The lines remain 0700 951 0000. Did you get that? 0700 951 0000. If you're on any of the alternative lines, you can also use it. That's on 080 95 97 4869. Okay, that's 080 95 97 869. And yes, surely if you're calling in on WhatsApp, 080-999-30137. Take moments in between also to play for you some other happenings as we have them. Talks about PK not denying the fact that someone said that Sekibo is accusing him of assassination attempt. That also comes into the fray of the business of the day. Good morning to you. Welcome.
Good morning once again, Dr. Femi.
Welcome. Good to have you on. Let's walk.
Thank you. People rejecting the old Naira note is relevant. It depends on personal decision. Some are rejecting the old Naira note, while some people are still accepting it. Still going in circulation. What will people do? Most people who understand, what would they do? Since the new note are not enough, they have created artificial security. This has caused misery, caused poverty, caused public corruption. Naira is being bought on the street. So we don't know a kind of policy to every government policy to represent people's interest, to serve the public interest. But contrary is this case. We don't know whose interest is their policy service. I don't know. And in the rural communities, yes, the people are applying what you call it, trade barter. They apply it, but it has its own limitation. It is not all, how can you apply trade by barter in buying essential consumer goods, manufactured goods? How? But you can apply trade by barter in exchanging grains, agricultural produce in the rural community. So even yesterday, my neighbor was sharing that one of his neighbors in their town had accident along Lokoja, and they were taken to hospital, but they rated the old Naira note. So they have grabbed all the big things. They are from Jiga, from Lokoja. Imagine if the case is serious one, they will not make it alive. So there's a lot of dangers. People are going through misery.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you. I do appreciate you. Okay. Well, let's take up more calls. Good morning to you.
Hello. Good morning, Femi.
Yes. Welcome, sir.
I'm very sorry, the time I called you.
No, I understand your emotions were high.
These are the things, you can imagine the situation people are going through. Honestly, when this policy first of all come, we say, no, it's not a good policy. Nigerians say, no, we don't look at now the hardship. What people are going through, doesn't know political party, doesn't know APC, doesn't know PDP, doesn't know ABGA. I'm telling you, I see my brother have been looking for money this morning. We want to go to the village market. He said, bros, for village market, there's no how I can go to be transferring. And in fact, how is he sure whether there will be network? You can imagine someone dying for hospital. It's not that he doesn't have the money. He has the money in the account, but he don't have access to the money. That is why we are saying this policy is no. You remember that the time that they changed 100 naira when Nigeria said 100 years transition, the old 100 naira just fizzled out like that without even any hassle. I think that is what the government should have done. They should have allowed this policy to continue. As the old one are going to the bank will be seizing it, then the new one should come in circulation. I think that is what other developed countries did. But our own, if they want to stop vote buying, I'm not a politician, and I will never be one. Thank you so much.
Don't be too sure. Don't be too sure. Salasi, with this kind of voice, you have the natural voice for politics.
I'm very sorry for the shouting.
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's just for you as well, so that you're okay. Thank you.
I understand. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. And Salasi has a theme for politics. I think it comes naturally to him. Good morning to you. Welcome to you.
Yeah, well, good morning, Femi.
Good morning to you.
Ibn Ali. Good morning, Syrians. Why won't people turn to trade by barter? If people would be looking for a car in Abuja, like they are looking for gold, then how do you imagine somebody who has to travel about 100 kilometers to the nearest bank, go and collect just 10,000 naira, and he has to spend about 8,000 naira for transportation and pro? I think many Nigerians are not considering other people at the local area when they are supporting this policy. Some people have to travel about 150 kilometers with bad roads, or even 200 kilometers to get the nearest bank. People are sleeping at the rural community at the bank 2 days just to collect 10,000 naira, because that is the maximum bank can give a day. And they were saying this policy that that should engage because of some people want to buy votes. This is another means that politicians will use 1 million naira and buy many votes. People will vote for 100 naira for against their choice.
It's
What people don't understand.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much for your point on this. Good morning, Chair.
Good morning. Dr. Femi once again.
Good morning. I'm just attending if your net is good enough. Good morning.
Good morning once again, Dr. Femi D. But the father of this man and calling from PW Kubwa. I still remain the unapologetic Jaga Minister. Mr. Femi D.
Yeah.
You recall in the beginning of this policy, it was in full support of CBN. And I was in full support because I presumed he has succeeded in crossing his T's and dotting all his I's. But unfortunately, when the implementation began, we realized that he wasn't really ready. We earlier thought. My neighbor we were discussing yesterday, she's an Equatorial woman from River State. She said her village people asked her to snap the new naira because up to this, at yesterday morning, they have not seen it. So if we, Mr. Femi D, in Abuja, from my house to CBN, I just checked the kilometer, it's not up to 25 kilometers. I'm finding it difficult to get the new naira note. What about my grandmother in my village? Let us tell ourselves the truth. And you talk about trade and barter. Trade and barter is possible for people in the village. Most of our people in the village are mostly agrarian, isn't it?
Yeah, well, that's
so
true.
So they can easily exchange their farm crop for what they want. Or Gafemi, if I do trade or barter, what I go give? Now my son or now myself I go give.
It's sad.
So we're in a very tight corner. Honestly, they have to live. No policy should be greater than a nation. If it's not working, they should ensure they make it work before taking it back. Honestly, thank you very much for the wonderful opportunity, sir.
All right, say hello to Junior Bartified. We are not allowed to.
Sir.
Children are not politicians yet, so no. Okay. Just say hello to Junior. Junior Abubakar. Thank you for your viewpoint.
And it's Abubakar Ali too. That is his name.
Oh, nice. That's one of my favorite
It's my Islamic copy. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Wait, his mother was Kashi. Don't worry. All right, no problem. Good morning, family. If you come to Gwagwalada, all filling stations are rejecting the old money. If you don't know that, you cannot get fuel. You're right. Peter Brown from Airport Road says, good morning from there. The statement of Mr. Fashola is typical of the kind of leadership school it belongs to. The leadership school of absolute disregard to others. That Jado was a cameraman doesn't mean in any way that you can make it less quality to be a leader. Let for people like Fashola, people like Zelensky would be president in Ukraine. He was a comedian, and today world leaders of goodwill are celebrating him. I used to respect Fashola. That's the viewpoint of Peter Brown. Good morning, FMD. Good morning, billionaire. Okay, I think we may have to send this TJ when the billionaire comes in. He's going to spend some billions talking about your better message now. Good morning. Actually, nobody whose head is in a steady place will vote for APC or PDP in the presidential election February 25. That's another viewpoint there. Hi, FMD. In the 21st century, someone is boldly saying his supporters are not on social media. He should hide his face. And I'm from Life Camp, they write it in. Emeka from NPC Tower says, Femi D, people are coming government policies because of how the economic situations we find ourselves right now. People should equally know that nothing good comes easy and sacrifice must be made for us to get it right in the future. The cashless policy is called suffer today and smile tomorrow. Hungry today and eat to the fullest tomorrow. We're all in it, but we should also think of it as benefit in the long run. For me, it's not easy at all, but we should also check its numerous advantages. Only problem now is that bank managers have been compromised by maybe highly political class because of their selfish interests. It shall be well. That's a make right in there. Ari writes in, okay, well, he's sending me something to read up from it. Moving on, KD Omama says, what's happening is good to the extent that we all are willing. Maybe it will make us to wake up to challenge bad governance policies instead of yelling, even when it's hurting us. We have been saying it that APC policies are not citizen-friendly. Shine your eyes. On 5th of February. That's KD Omama's viewpoints. And let me take two more calls and round off now. Good morning to you.
Hello, Femi D. Good morning.
Good to connect with you. How are you today? Yes, sir.
Yeah. I'm good. My name is David from Federal House in Ube.
Welcome, David.
You see, this policy of redesign, the currency redesign, see, it's a good policy, only that the policy was poorly implemented. If you recall, in 1984, when General Buhari then, redesigned the Nigerian currency, we had a similar problem in 1984. So it's not something that we should all, cry about. It's a very good policy because this man is targeting at people that embezzle Nigeria, people that embezzle Nigeria's money, people that are corrupt. So he just want to, less money in circulation. So although it's supposed to have come earlier than now, so it should be it till when everything normalizes. And second is if CBN said they had about 2.7 trillion in circulation, I expected CBN to also print amount that is, to concentrate with the amount that is the system when they are withdrawing. They did not do that. What they printed was less than so alleged. So they're supposed to have printed so that as you are withdrawing, the new one will be coming. People will be suffering like this. Honestly speaking. Thank you.
I do hear you. Thank you so much as well for your point. Okay, let's take on the final call for this very morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you today?
I'm fine. This is John from Abuja.
Welcome, John.
Please, from my own point of view, I think despite the policy is good, but the implementation is very bad. I think any policy that will ever make them to go out of their way, because I am also suspecting the government that they want people to be so poor so that they can put their hearts in the election. Because anybody that is hungry, if he sees food, he can go for it for anyhow.
This is your theory. Wait, just to be clear, this is your theory, right?
Yeah, I said this is mine.
Yeah, I understand. I just wanted to be clear. Yeah, I understand.
So I think it's not good because the government has brought these things at the wrong time. This is something that's they're supposed to start for a very time, start withdrawing the old Naira notes little by little. And you are not bringing it at once to make sure the people take pain. I don't know whether they what they are doing. I don't understand. The government at hand must be able. And in 1984, the same thing happened. I think it's very bad. It's bad. I was a boy in school in 1984. This thing happened and repeated itself in 2023. Why? Why did you ask himself question, please? Thank you.
All right. Thank you for your viewpoint and your answers to all this and your perspective to this. Wanebo on tweet did say at Nigerian Info and Abuja, because to defend this man a full-time job, why envy you at all? Who doctored the Imbo state government? That's the question it's asking. Well, I must say, it's interesting to see all the interactions that have come out from that video. And we hope to have more. But don't forget, the listeners' debate takes place 10 a.m. on Wednesday. It's going to be exciting. Again, people have applied. We do hope they all show up according to the ones that have been selected. And listen to your viewpoints. It's 2 hours of intense debate from different people and the things that they think work best. And that's it for me for this very morning on Morning Crossfire. Stay close. There's more to come right here on Nigerian Info.
Watch your number one talk station.